Today's hearing at Westminster Magistrates Court will continue, and it might be one of the more bizarre intersections of populist politics, digital patronage, and the British legal system. Stephen Yaxley Lennon, better known as Tommy Robinson, stands accused not of terrorism, but of refusing to comply with Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act 2000, legislation that allows the police to detain and question anyone passing through a UK port to determine possible links to terrorism. The irony, of course, is that this law, designed for national security and with an eye on particularly Islamic terrorism, has now been turned on one of Britain's most visible anti-Islam activists. Robinson's alleged crime is simple. He refused to give the police his phone number, his phone PIN. What complicates matters is his justification that he was protecting journalistic material and the identity of vulnerable girls who had confided in him about grooming gangs, and his claim to journalistic privilege is contentious but not absurd. Robinson has for years operated in the murky zone between citizen activism and investigative journalism, and the question before the court is whether that defence can override the Terrorism Act's absolute powers of compulsion. Yet, the real twist in this case comes not from the courtroom but from Silicon Valley. Robinson revealed that Elon Musk, the billionaire owner of X, formerly Twitter, has agreed to fund his legal defence, and he described the case as state persecution and Musk's financial intervention as an act of justice. Musk has not denied this in his recent public appearances with Robinson, including a video link to the far-right rally in London where he declared that violence is coming whether you choose it or not, make the association plausible. This is where the case takes on a darker cultural significance. Musk is no longer merely the world's richest engineer. He is fast becoming a political patron for Western populists, and his platform, X, has become a sanctuary for figures deplatformed elsewhere, from conspiracy theorists to self-styled dissidents. Funding Robinson's defence elevates Musk from commentator to participant in the British culture wars. Legally, the prosecution's case is clear. Officers at Folkestone became suspicious when Robinson, driving a silver Bentley, not registered in his name, gave vague answers and brought his Channel Tunnel ticket at the last minute. They discovered more than £13,000 in cash and €1,900 allegedly for expenses relating to a London rally which drew about 150,000 people. When he refused to unlock his iPhone, despite being warned repeatedly, police invoked their powers under counter-terrorism legislation, and his response, caught on camera, was characteristically blunt. "Not a chance, bruv. You look like..." The trial, presided over by District Judge Sam Guzzi, will test two principles: the reach of anti-terror laws and the limits of political policing. Robinson insists that he is targeted for his beliefs, not his actions, and his lawyer, Alistair Williamson, KC, has already suggested that the stop was discriminatory, a political rather than a security decision. And the prosecution counters that the officer had every right to be suspicious given Robinson's notoriety, his links to the now defunct English Defence League, and the acknowledged emerging threat level from the far right. Whatever the verdict, the case illuminates a profound tension in British democracy. When counter-terror powers are used against domestic activists, however objectionable their politics, it risks confirming their narrative of persecution. If Robinson is convicted, his followers will not see a lawful decision. They will see confirmation of a state conspiracy. If he is acquitted, the police will appear heavy-handed and politicised. Elon Musk's involvement intensifies this. It signals the creation of a transatlantic alliance between the populist right and Silicon Valley libertarianism. Musk's intervention transforms Robinson from a marginal figure into a global symbol of free speech martyrdom. It also raises a practical concern. When billionaires begin paying the legal bills of those who challenge state authority, justice itself becomes a performance stage for political theatre. In this end, this is about more than, or to this end, this is more about one man and his phone. It's about how far Britain's security state should go in treating political dissent as political terrorism. and about how the world's richest man has chosen to insert himself into this debate, not as a neutral advocate for liberty, but as an ideological backer of the far-right populist cause. One might not like Tommy Robinson. I don't. Indeed, one might find him odious. I don't. But it is difficult to avoid a disquieting conclusion. This prosecution risks turning him into exactly what he most wants to be seen, as a victim of repression, as a victim of a repressive establishment. And with Elon Musk as his financier, he now has the resources and the reach to make that narrative global.